Again, Cypher is a huge factor on this map. He's really, really strong for locking down sites. You've got to say that you'd want to post your attack first, just so you know kind of what ground you have to make up on defense. I guess it's personal preference.
Well, do you know what does make me sad is we never really get to say goodbye to Moses. We kind of just get chucked into the game. Yep, see you later, mate. Enjoy your little break.
Thanks for stopping by.
Chat to you in a bit. But yeah, here we go then. The second match of this best of 3 and potentially the last match of the day here in Group A. And we will be able to see afterwards how this group looks. But G2 on their way to progressing to the knockouts as we would expect. Off screen, there's been plenty of kills. Barcoder and Crazy Deer have been able to pick up kills of their own. Artist gets 2 to respond, but Crazy Deer gets his 3rd. But Mixwell now joins the party, gets 1, gets 2, and says, hey boys, I'll join late, but I'll pick up both of those kills whilst you're planting that spike. And they were just caught with their pants down as G2 go 1-0 up on the defensive side with this pistol.
Yeah. I mean, again, when you just get swept like that, just so quickly, that's got to be demoralizing. It's got to be. And you're already coming off the back of a tough map loss on Haven. I'm hoping they don't get absolutely shut out here, Dan, because it's going to be... It's so hard to kind of break map lock. And again, especially, I've already talked about this. This is so hard to control any part of the map here on attack. As I say that, Pat going to find Crazy Deer off the rip. Mixwell going to dodge the paint shells. But again, see the kill feed lighting up with another kill. Actually looking like Need More DM might find an entry into a site here. But the hot hands of Pat coming down. It's going to slow this push down a little bit.
And it is another map where rotations can be somewhat slow and where a team like G2 might try and take advantage of that by trying to look to push out and get aggressive on the defensive side as Pat makes it 3. Oh. And I'm interested to see Pat on this Phoenix, to be honest. He was playing Omen in the previous game and had the flash ability as well, of course. A little bit different to Phoenix's, but Phoenix now offers something very different, especially when you're on Ascent and you're defending. You can kind of flash out to mid and you can get arguably a free peek 9 times out of 10, unless the opposition team is wise to it. You're completely right. This could be a bit of a demolition from G2. If they can continuously find control of middle and not allow Need More DM to get any mid control whatsoever, then they're going to struggle. Need More DM need to utilize some smokes here to try and get a little bit of mid control and strike a bit of fear into G2's eyes to stop them pushing out so comfortably to mid.
Yeah, I mean, right now, looking at the setup again, as soon as short doesn't get smoked right there, you're pretty much handing mid control to the defensive side. Again, just it's so hard to break that. You can see now, actually, again, Ardis just punishing Barcode. He's kind of caught out over here in mid link. He's going to try and walk out of his cage. Ardis actually, unfortunately, looking away at completely the wrong second, but does catch him just out of the corner of his eye. Mixwell's going to crouch peek it. There you go. Finds the headshot. Again, the mid control relies so much on the defensive side not being able to peek out of short. And right now, Need More DM aren't even putting a smoke down or anything. So Barcode is just left out on an island. A rare miss from Ardis there. BZT will punish it, but Mixwell's there for the trade. Looks like we're going to have Need More DM rotating through spawn here to try and put some pressure onto B site.
I think they were just too slow there on A side as well. They were kind of just sat in the archway for far too long, allowed G2 to get information, allowed G2 to rotate. And on this 3rd round, with G2's buy not being as strong as it could be, they're going to be more than happy to rotate and be aggressive even more. And David P catches Foda trying to get through to B. So that'll be the information provided to the team that the spike's going to be going down. And can we see Mixwell find 1-2? Yes, he can. That's going to be 4 for Mixwell. Had the op as well. G2 make this 3-0. Need More DM there. Economy sent straight back down the gutter. And are we looking at another spanking here?
I mean, I said hopefully not, but again, it's just so difficult to get anything going now. And again, we're coming into round 4. Look at the economy. Again, the only ultimate they have on the board is the orbital strike. Looks like we are going to force up. We've got a Bulldog going over to Crazy Deer. Couple of Sheriffs in the hands of Barcoder and Foda. Stinger on Tig. See BZT probably pick something up as well. But again, you lose this round. It's a lot of investment in with a poor economic position anyway. It's like BZT now finally looking to get some aggression onto short, but Ardis walking out mid, and we'll find BZT there and Link. David, aggressive up here. Oh, we nearly got caught out there with slow in his hand, but Molly will come down onto him. He's going to get picked off. Crazy, they're going to get free entry on. Mixwell does pop the Blade Storm, but Tick going to find Ardis into market there. Oh my word, Mixwell picks up the first kill, gets the reset on that. Pat actually did pop his run it back as well, so again, bit of value coming out of the ultimate abilities getting popped by G2 here, but Foda will make it down to site with the spike. Barcode now misses the first one, lands the second one. Mixwell turns on him, lands the headshot, gets the reset again. He's using the updraft. There you go, Pith will find Foda. That is, again, just fantastic retake from G2.
Do you want to take any longer to defuse, buddy? I guess he's just waiting to see if Cypher wanted to go and get his traps, which he did. Always the best way to save a little bit of cash dollar. If you're stingy about your money, Pith says, hey, I want to get my traps back. I don't want to have to be buying them every round, so quite rightly so. 4-0 now for G2, and I've got to say that Need More DM did pretty well in that round, considering their money was pretty tight, and they were able to force out 2 ultimates from G2 as well, but you have to imagine that G2 are going to be able to build up those ultimates quite quickly with how much they've been fragging. I'm sure Mixwell will have the ult very soon with the way he's been able to just kind of slay through this Need More DM squad. But we'll see what they have to offer now with another rifle buy. But here comes David, again, just getting aggressive. He's going to be able to get into that cubby. That's the information. BZT caught with his pants down. That's going to be a second for David. Gets the slow. It's going to be a third, maybe fourth, not quite. But the damage already done by David P. Sheer aggressiveness with the Sage and really demonstrating how you can utilize her in different ways, as there's only one player remaining now for Need More DM, and this round is going to be over if Mixwell hits it, but he doesn't. But Ardis comes in for the trade. 5-0, and just like that, blink and you'll miss it. G2 just looks so dominant.
I mean, the push again from David. That there was 3 members that Need More DM under 500 credits there in that previous buy. So again, we can see the state of the economy over here. BZT did invest into the operator as well. They're not getting anything from these rounds to carry in. And again, they're barely damaging the economy of G2 as well. You can see Ardis, the lowest one. Looking like we're going to get a full stack up towards A here. Pith's going to lose his spy cam immediately off the rip. That's going to give the information here. Pat's going to rotate back towards the doors. Aldron coming in from Foda. He's going to spy out Pat. Hunter Fury getting popped here, actually. But again, Pith and Ardis, again, countering with that. Showstopper comes in, does find Pith. But again, just getting absolutely shut down. They're not even making it through Archway here. I mean, what can you do, Dan?
I mean, in a round where you've only got sheriffs to work with, you've got 2 options. You either try and wait for G2 to get aggressive and see if you can pick them off, or you all have to commit together, 5 of you down the site. But there was so much utility available for G2 to slow them there at Arch that's why Ascent can be so difficult on these eco rounds, because you're forced into very tight entry points, and they are just going to be absolute chokeholds for the opposition team to be able to spray down successfully, throw down slows, throw down Molotovs, that if you don't walk through them, then you're going to end up getting flanked because the information is already going to be there. The footsteps are going to be heard. So very difficult for Need More DM on that particular round, but now they have another buy, and well, they need to get around sooner rather than later. Otherwise, we could be looking at a bit of an embarrassing result for them.
They do. I mean, G2 just have so much freedom right now. Again, all of this aggression is going unpunished, and usually it's resulting in 1 or 2 kills, or at least coming out a 2-for-1 trade. Which, again, when you're on defense, is absolutely huge. If you're continuously getting the man advantage, it makes retake situations so much easier. David actually going for a little wall boost over at the back of market here. All the way back from spawn. Doesn't get the kill, unfortunately, but Pat's going to flash himself out. Unfortunately, Crazy Deer going to find that neural theft getting popped here. Pith going to take contact inside. And actually, Crazy Deer getting another nice kill there on the Pith.
Could arguably be somewhat fortunate, but Mixwell, the next point of defense with the op, doesn't get the second though. BZT says, all right, well, I've had enough of you, Mixwell, ruining our day, and we want to get our first round on the board. But maybe Ardis has something to say about that in a 1 versus 4, but he's going to be caught from behind here, and that's going to be the round then for Need More DM. First one on the board, finally, and maybe a starting point for them here on Ascent. If they can kind of rescue 3-4 rounds, then definitely still potential left in this game. But if G2 start to pick up 7th, 8th, 9th, then that is going to be a little bit concerning for Need More DM. But that round was just a lot better. I mean, you could say that it was kind of won by a fortunate shot through the cyber cage, but he recognized there was bullets being shot from that side and predicted it well. So game sense very much appropriate there.
I mean, it's good. Crazy Deer actually landing the kill onto Pat when he was flashed by the Phoenix flash. And then also the one through the Cypher cage. So, again, maybe just a one-off. Pat now pushing out. Again, gets tagged. The information comes across. The flash comes out again here. Pat not going to find the third just yet. Tig's actually going to turn it around. And actually, 3 kills going in favor of Nemo DM. But Pith coming around to punish the potential for the revive coming out. Neural Theft getting popped. The information will go over. Now, I think they're just going to look to punish again. Pith landing a headshot on the barcode as well. So clean there.
It's just going to be the one remaining player of BZT. Does have an op, so could catch someone off guard here, but it's whether he's going to be spotted. The rest of G2 have retreated back to a more neutral position on the site. David P just kind of scouting around to see if he's going to be pushing from garden, but they don't know where this raise is, so that's why they're just being a little bit cautious here with their positioning rather than going hunting straight away. Pith maybe gets a little bit of information there as he does tag and say, look, we do have the spike, so we don't necessarily have to worry. Just keep watching these angles, but BZT finds one. Is he going to go for this? 24 seconds to work with. Would need a rifle if he's realistically going to go for a push. Walks down long, but he just walks straight into the bullets of David P. 7-1 for G2.
David does not lose those under any circumstances, but again, G2 with the aggressive push out into A main, just absolutely shutting down any possibility of them stacking up for that execute. And it's not even like they can get close enough to the site to get any information or even try and work for a pick there. The owl drone came out, he even got a tag. Pat was able to still get 2 kills from that position. The trades came out, and actually at one point, you know, Need More DM put 3 kills on the board, but the res coming out pretty much negated that, and the round just turned around at that point.
Mixwell, is he just going to be pushing out of smoke here? Is that how much confidence he has? He's just waiting at the moment to see if anyone is going to join him for a little party in the smoke. Run it back does get popped, and there is a owl drone that will spot out Barcoder at the same time. Need More DM. What can they do here at long? Pat again getting 2 before he's traded out. Just not good enough, really, from Need More DM. They need to make that for a 1-for-1 trade. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves a player down every single time they push long. And now they're running into Mixwell. And he misses the first, but he's allowed to reposition. And that's going to be a scary factor when you don't know where he is. And just from the other side of the map, Artis has an op too. G2 making this so difficult for Need More DM. 1 remaining player is Foda. Does find 2. Fair enough to him, but he's weak now. Surely this isn't doable. Can't find the third. Artis gets the last kill. 8-1 to G2. And that was a force up from Need More DM. There was the Bulldog on Foda before he was able to pick up a Phantom. It means now they're going to have to eco here and sacrifice 9 rounds to G2. And they'll find themselves 9-1 down before they can even try and rescue a couple more.
Yeah, this is the absolute dominance again, and we talked about the defensive aggression from G2 on Haven, and it looks like they're carrying that out. And again, you know, this team composition from G2 kind of plays into the success we're seeing here with the aggression. Again, they're running no smokes other than the cloud burst on Jet, so right now they're just capitalizing on the aggression, getting these early picks and getting absolute map control for free. Pat's going to shut down BZT at mid there. Crazy D actually going to trade out 2. Pat and Pith will fall. Not sure about the weapon choice there, mixed but he does lose his life for it. Dave is just going to swing out on top of his wall. He's got spiked down in their side of mid. And that's pretty much the round wrapped up, unless Foda can work some magic on the defensive spawn.
Does have Hunter's Fury. And he does find David P. So he makes this a 1v1. A Sova versus Sova. Gets the tag. Saw the 1 player. Is he going to push? The op shot misses. Artis, can he connect with the second? And he's got the angle for it. And Oda just walks straight into it. Slightly through the wall. 9-1 there, but a decent attempt from Need More DM, but decent isn't good enough. They need to be picking up these rounds when they come that close. Fair enough from Foda for making something of it, but now when they buy up, can they rescue at least 3 rounds here so they can give themselves a chance on their defensive side?
Yeah, again, I love that from Ardis. Again, gets the tag, fakes the walk behind the wall, and then he holds the angle. It's just, and again, that's a confidence thing at this point. It's we call it ego challenge, whatever way you want to paint it. It's a confidence thing. Love to see it.
Well, here's the Brimstone smokes that have allowed Need More DM to get a little bit more control in middle, but they walk straight into Mixwell. He's been sat in that smoke round after round, waiting for someone to peek, and eventually they do. David P now getting aggressive alongside Pat, and it's a massacre yet again in middle. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said, like, they don't need the smokes to dominate mid at the moment because they just have a sheer amount of gun control, gun skill, and confidence to push out into mid. And maybe I can tell that to all of my solo queue teammates who make me pick Brimstone every single time I'm the last to pick because they say we need smokes. Well, I'll tell you what, G2's showing that you don't need smokes. You just need raw aim and coordination to be able to perform well here.
No, their utility usage here in mid to just get control, even if it's just, one peak to see they're not coming mid link, or one peak to see that they're not top mid, and immediately you see the information get relayed. A rotate comes out, they either stack towards A, somebody pushes through B lobby. It's absolutely clinical to watch, and every single time it's Barcode that gets caught out on this mid link. We can see it again on the minimap here. He's going to set up here for a little bit of a hold. David P immediately, there you go, there comes the peak. They have the information now, so they prioritize mid. Pat's going to come out again, get a pick onto Crazy Deer. They run it back, make it all the way to top mid again. Just information being fed over to G2.
10-1, potentially about to be 11-1 as well, as Piff finds the first. Should get the spray down for another. And just the one player is Barcode on his lonesome. He doesn't have the spike. Does have a Spectre to work with, so at least it's better than a pistol. At least he's got something here, but I imagine this is going to be 11-1 unless we see something magnificent from him.
I would say I'm not a betting man, but yeah, I'm with you on that one, Dan.
Yeah, my house is going on this one. Walks straight into Ardis. Ardis misses. And that's the second shot I have seen him miss, but now that is going to be information gathered, and the rest of the squad, they want to hunt for this one. Barcoder finds another onto Pith, but maybe that is just him getting a little bit overconfident. Mixwell comes through with the ghost, a nice little animation as well from the Radiant set. And 11-1. As I've just realized, it's 10-8, and we're getting closer and closer to the dragon skins being released. And maybe by the time we finish this broadcast, I'll be able to go and put them onto my account.
Well, I mean, secretly, I was hoping we'd get to the last series of the day, and one of the players would have gone into the store and bought them, just so we could see them being showcased. But I think it's pretty safe to say we're going to be over before the time they hit the store.
Well, maybe we'll be lucky enough to jump into the other game that's off stream. I am being told Fabricant are winning that one 1-0 on maps at the moment against Apexes. So at this stage, it would be G2 and Fabricant going through to the knockout stages. 11-1. And you have to imagine that this is going to be game over if the pistol round goes in favor of Mixwell, of G2, as Mixwell gets the first. Tig at least gets the response, but David P yet again is there as the savior to make sure the trades come through. Ardis gets a third, Tig goes down, BZT goes down, and it is just one after another, falling and falling as Barcoder finds himself all on his own yet again, as Cyphers often do, and he needs to go clutch here on the pistol round. Definitely doable, but needs to hit the shots, but it's not going to happen. 12-1. Could we be looking at a 13-1 victory for G2 to close out their day here and to send them into the knockout stages?
I mean, it would be a fantastic end. They've played absolutely, other than that first map, again, they played absolutely phenomenally all day. It's great to see them come out with this performance on Ascent as well. Whether or not this is a true testament to G2 as a team, or maybe Need More DM being a bit unprepared on Ascent, I'm quite confident in backing the former. But it's been fantastic to watch all day, Dan.
We'd argue that this map closest to one of Counter-Strike, but BZT saying, all right, well, you know what? We're still in this. I'm going to be able to tag a couple of you. Gets a third shot with the Sheriff here. Could make it 3. And what a 3K that is. Meanwhile, Tig has been able to find one of his own. David P has picked up 3 kills, though, and now he is the lone survivor. It would be an ace if he's able to win this round. And what a way that would be to end for G2. And the story of David P and his sheer amount of aggression. They're going to push him on short, but he can't find them. And I tell you what, there's still life in this game yet. Need more DM. Their backs were against the wall, and some big shots hit there to ensure they stay in this game.
I mean, BZT just wanted a little clip. He wanted something to take away from this series, and I think he's got it in that last round. They absolutely deserved to put a second round on the board there, but whether or not in the grand scheme of things it's going to make an awful lot of distance, I think is a different discussion altogether.
Yeah, G2 probably will laugh that one off, but at least it is something for the highlight reel. You're completely right, and that is the power of the Sheriff when used correctly. That flick on the second was unreal. And that just shows the skill level of these players that G2 are tearing apart, by the way.
Yeah.
When he's able to hit that, but they're still losing 12-2 is unreal. And BZT just seems to be confident with his aim right now. Okay, they've only got pistols to work with, but at least he's been able to put some more frags on the board, as it's a quick one for Need More DM. Quite rightly so, G2 just saving and saying, all right, let's wait, let's get rifles before we start looking to end this game. Money there for them now. Rifles can be bought, Phantoms and Vandals around it. Are you a Phantom man or are you a Vandal man, personally?
See, I'm one of those people. I'm always down for running the Vandal in pretty much every single scenario, but I've started running Phantom on defense. Yeah, just because I'll be honest, there's nothing worse than trying to spray a Vandal at distance. Again, everybody who's played 2 games of Valorant knows that, but it's becoming more and more frustrating. Bladestorm going to get popped by Mixwell here. Does take a little bit of damage from a shock dart here, but still looking for an entry into A. Maybe going to come back. Tig's actually going to wall off the archway here. Recon Bolt does come through, but it lands behind Generator, so not going to spot either of these players. So no information going over to G2 just yet. They do pop the wall. Now maybe just peeling back a little bit. Now that they've baited the rotation out, you can see as soon as they get that audio cue, the rest of Need More DM are coming all the way back. Barcode and Crazy D are making it all the way back to market now. And G2 descending upon mid. BZT going to find Pith with the Showstopper, but Mixwell going to trade back out to Foda with the Bladestorm. Now he's looking for something through glass.
Just bunny hopping around. Will catch one player off guard there on short, and now he looks to get aggressive, but just dives to his own demise. Has to be a little bit more careful there, but maybe was a bit worried he was going to get pushed from behind. As Need More DM starting to put a couple more rounds on the board, and I mean, I don't think anyone's really thinking about a comeback at this point, except those on Need More DM who are probably thinking, right, we have to make this 12-12, otherwise we are potentially going to be out of this tournament. It would be Apexis and Need More DM eliminated from Group A, as things stand anyway. A little bit of money to work with for G2. They maybe are going to work around this Phantom that has been acquired. Can we see this wrapped up? Maybe we're going to see a quick aggressive push onto the B site here for G2. Spray down comes through. Bargoda will get the open up. Make that 2 as well. This is a fantastic cage to work with. Cypher mains rejoice around the world to see him so successful on this side. Is one player still residing in that little nook and cranny though, and Barcoda says, well, I don't give a crap. I'm going to make this 3. And we should see a 5th round for Need More DM. And is there a comeback potential here, Hybok? Do you think that they've got the legs for this one?
There's definitely potential. I don't know. Again, I don't want to talk odds here. You got to say the way G2 are playing, they can put at least one more round on the board before Need More DM can put another 9 on the board. That's for sure. Although I would love to see the new overtime feature today. I don't think this is going to be the map we see it, Dan.
And I think you're right. Barcoda makes it 4 though, and maybe he's the one who says, well, I want to change the opinions of these darn British casters. 12-5 and a little bit of money now for G2, or are they going to have to save? We can get the scoreboard up. I know that it was a weird buy for them in that previous round. There was
I saw a judge.
Yeah, there was
a judge.
There was a judge. I think there was a Phantom that was bought at one point as well. But G2 will probably just want to wrap this one up sooner rather than later. They don't want to give too much money to Need More DM. Don't want to give too much momentum to Need More DM either. So maybe they just go for a quick push in here with an eco round. They will be pushing straight into a Phantom. Can they get anything with the Hunter's Fury? One tag is there onto the Cypher, as Mixwell will make sure he ensures he finishes it off, and Crazy Deer goes down to the Hunter's Fury, and now they're going to have this B site on lockdown. And it's whether we can see a retake in a 3 versus 5 here for Need More DM. Otherwise, they're going to be out of this tournament.
That was so unfortunate as well. Crazy Deer actually getting caught all the way back in toward Bohat's. Actually, Pierce going to peek through onto Market. Going to find 2. Neural Theft gets popped. Pat finds Fode all the way over in the defensive spawn. That's going to be 13-5 for G2 over here on Ascent. Again, the way that was going, it was only a matter of time.